know him from movies like Waiting, The Comebacks, Anchorman, and shows like Saturday Night Live, The Goldbergs, and The Office, of course. We welcome back to Afternoon Live the hardest working man in show business, actor and comedian David Koechner.
Hello, H.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
How's the tour going?
Great.
Good.
Great. It's fun. We're, myself and my feature act, Rob Mayer, we've been together 7 years.
Yeah.
I like to say we put on a power hour and a half.
I like that,
Yeah.
getting the people their money's worth.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Rob's so good, people don't expect it.
That's awesome.
They're just blown away, like, oh my God, the whole show was good.
They buy a ticket
Yeah.
to see you and they get a bonus half an hour of
They
comedy.
really do. They
That's
really do.
incredible.
And then we do an office trivia show. He and I do that together, but it's sold out.
I know. That must be the first thing to go, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, people are still cannot get enough of The Office.
Unlike anything I've ever been a part of.
Do you ever, that must be the thing that people recognize you
Yes.
most for, right?
Yes.
Todd Packer, instantly. Pac-Man. I mean, what do they say to you when they stop you on the street?
Is that Packer? Are you Packer?
It couldn't be.
Sometimes they'll say Packard because they don't get it right, but it is
interesting.
Packer. But that's what I'll get. Like, I'll get a lot of this, just like,
I know you.
where do I know you from?
Exactly.
And then you're
Exactly.
like, TV.
Hey, let's talk about one of your buddies, Stephen Tobolowsky.
Oh,
The best.
the best.
The best.
There's none better.
I know. He's a friend of K2. I mean, he's
That's
been
what I've
here a
heard,
lot too.
yeah.
You guys are in a pretty good club together now at this point. And he heard that you were coming. I know he surprised you earlier. Guess what? We're going to do it again.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see what Stephen has to
Okay.
say.
Hey, Dave. Thanks for sticking around for Afternoon Live, and good luck tonight at Helium. I know you're going to kill them. You kill them wherever you go.
How long have you guys known each other now?
The first time I met him, I don't know how many years ago, I'm going to say 15 or so.
Wow.
We were both at the same audition.
Okay.
And I was a fan, you know?
Yeah.
And I was just thrilled that he knew who I was.
Oh, that's so cool.
And so we've had just this beautiful, easy friendship from the beginning, and I adore him.
He's the best.
He is, and that's yeah, he's remarkable.
Yeah.
I get fascinating,
Yes.
and just such a lovely human being.
It's really true.
Yeah,
You just
he's
can't get enough.
Easily one of my favorite people. I mean, within 10 minutes, you're like, oh, you're one of my favorite people ever.
Totally.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot because you know some good peeps.
Yeah.
There are a lot of actors and comedians from the Midwest, Kansas City. You guys have a special bond, and you do a lot of charity work back
Right.
home.
So myself, Paul Rudd, Rob Riggle,
Look at you
Eric
guys.
Stonestreet, and Heidi Gardner.
Those are some cool people.
Heidi Gardner's on the show now, on our thing, one of the hosts now too. All from the Kansas City area.
Amazing.
And we raise money for Children's Mercy Hospital.
And
every
you do
year.
stuff every year, right? Yeah.
Yes, I think. Gosh, we might be in year 15 now.
Wow.
Yeah,
And that guy,
So-
Paul Rudd, he's all right.
he's not bad.
He's okay.
He's easy on the eyes.
Can you introduce me?
And funny too. That's the problem.
So
I'll let
annoying.
I'll let you be good looking,
He-
but don't
he
be so
gets
funny.
Better looking.
I know.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. He's very bright as well.
Yeah.
There's a couple of reasons to be jealous.
How obnoxious.
Right? Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Call him out.
But but you've known a lot of these guys for a long time.
That's true.
You worked on SNL, and before that, Second City in Chicago.
Yeah.
You were there at one of the most iconic times in the history
True.
of comedy in Chicago. Tell me a few of the people that you came up with.
I once made the list, and it's 45 people
Yeah.
or more that I could think of. But there's so many people that are writers that you don't know. But of,
Mm-hmm.
of the names you know, Chris Farley, Mike Myers, Tim Meadows, Steve Carell, Steve Colbert, Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, Rachel Dratch, Horatio Sands, Adam McKay, writer-director
Right.
of Anchorman Films. There's a spate of writers that work on
Yeah.
Conan and Colbert and Seth Meyers and Jimmy Fallon, that people that aren't household names that are just
Right.
have made the difference in the industry. It just goes on and on and on.
And you kind of could tell at that time, right? This was something special.
I didn't know,
You didn't know.
because when you go there, you just like, oh, there's a lot of great people to work with.
Everyone is this funny all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as it goes a little longer, you're like, oh, and then people start getting jobs or not. You're
Yeah.
like, huh.
Yeah.
And then it's a couple years later, you're like, wow. And actually, the week I was leaving to go to New York, Bernie Solins, who was the creator of The Second City, he and I had lunch, and he said he had never seen such a confluence of talent that had been there the last 9 years.
That's so special.
I know.
And Steve and Nancy Carell, weren't you at their wedding?
Yes.
That's a pretty cool
Yeah,
story.
Nancy and I were in a company together, and she and I were hired onto SNL together.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Tell me about your SNL audition, because everybody has an iconic story. I heard you improv part of your audition,
Yes, that's
which
true.
is, I can't imagine the bravery.
I tell you what. So, I started watching the show when I was 13.
Yeah.
And I'm from a very small town in Missouri. And something told me I'm going to be on that show.
You just knew.
I did.
Yeah.
And so then I was a poli-sci major in college. And
Okay.
then I quit going. 'cause
Wait a
I'm
minute,
like,
that's different.
I know. I know.
Hold
Well,
on.
What do you think my parents, what are they going to pay for?
Right.
I'm a theater major. No, you're not.
Okay.
How about poli-sci?
Sure.
Still don't know what that is, but fine. It seems practical to
Sounds
them.
important, yeah.
Right? And so after 3 years, I'm like, I'm not doing it. And then I was hanging out in Columbia, Missouri, where the university is, and Missouri's doing well. And so then I went and took a 2-week concentrated course in Chicago at Second City.
Sure.
And I'm like, I'm doing it. So
This
I
is
went
it.
back,
Yeah.
saved money, and then got into to Second City. And I guess, I don't know. So then years later, when I had this audition, there was a piece that came over me, and I knew it was mine.
Wow.
I don't know why.
That's very uncommon, because most people are so nervous.
I wasn't.
Amazing.
Unlike anything that I'd ever been a part of. I had a knowing. I don't
Yeah.
know why. So the first audition, you're supposed to do a celebrity impression, a
Okay.
character impression, and a political impression, and I think I improvised all of them.
All of them?
Which is ridiculous. I kind of had a general idea.
Yeah.
And I think I talked myself through it, but
But you had been doing so much improv.
Yeah.
Your 10,000 hours.
Easily.
You were ready.
Easily.
You were ready for that moment in that stage.
Yeah, I was always on stage at least 5 nights a week and
Yeah.
doing, 4 or 5 shows a weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess when you're in that rhythm, you just think you're just going to
Didn't
walk.
seem like a big deal.
Yeah.
Lauren will like this. He must.
Yeah.
Hey, David, we're out of time. Thank you for stopping by.
God bless you. Thank you for having me.
Helium this weekend.
This weekend, Friday, Saturday, 2
Friday,
shows tonight,
Saturday.
3 tomorrow. Early show Saturday sold out already. I don't know if the other ones are sold out, but please come out. You're not going to be disappointed.
Please do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, David. Great to see
Thank
you. We'll
you.
see you again soon. Again, David tonight and tomorrow at Helium. We'll have everything you need to know on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this. Thank you so much.
Love it. Thank you.